Scott, welcome back to Coach's Corner. Looking rejuvenated after your weekend off for obviously State Week. I suppose, what does state footy mean to yourself? And I guess the other thing is, how did the guys go in Sherlock, Benny Ross and Ryan and Jake Wilson?
Oh, it's a great thrill to play state footy. I was fortunate enough, but to play one for the Victorian team. But disappointed I only ever got to play one. It was a really great thrill. Obviously playing with the best players in the competition and against the best players, and I was lucky enough to play a fair bit of junior state footy, but yeah, only the one representation at senior level. But yeah, the guys all got through the game well, and which was my main concern. So, but from speaking to them all, it was a great experience, and you know, one they loved.
Obviously, with the break, how did you look to manage the players? And was probably obviously good to get some rest.
Yeah, it was. We gave them a solid session on the Thursday night. We gave them the Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, just to rejuvenate. And a few guys went away over the weekend, which is always good at this time of year. But yeah, obviously got them back on the Monday, and it's been business as usual.
Terrific. A really important game this week, obviously against Coburg. Looking at many changes.
Well, we might be forced. You know, obviously we lost Dan Curry very early in the Geelong game a couple of weeks ago, so we'd obviously be forced to make that change. You know, there's a couple of nagging little injuries that we have, and obviously we're waiting to find out where our Lion Club, the Kangaroos, are doing with their team selection. So they're in Perth on Friday night playing West Coast Eagles. So we're just waiting on that. So there's some balls in the air at the moment.
Certainly. Is there any main focus for the weekend? Obviously, without giving away too many tactics at all.
Yeah, look, I think you know, I think there's some real pleasing signs in the Geelong game. Obviously, we're blown out a little bit in the end, but for 3 and a bit quarters, we were really competitive, and you know, really took the game up to who I think is a very, very good team. But I think when you're getting so many changes and so many personnel. Well, positional changes as well, I think you just really probably need to simplify the instructional side of the game. I don't think you can be throwing tactics or too many tactics within the game. Just really need to base your game on the foundation of the way you want to go about it. And you know, it could be the first week where it's a little bit wet and slippery, so obviously you need to play basic footy.
We've sort of almost trumped my last question. We're obviously getting into the depths of winter, and the winter weather is upon us, and obviously don't have the luxury of an indoor stadium either. So
yeah, well, wait for the council to put a roof on this joint, but I think that'll be a few years away. But yeah, it's going to be well, it's been quite cold all week, and I think the conditions will stay the same.
Well, it's terrific. All the best for the weekend, and thanks again.
Thanks, Jeff.
No worries.